So you're in the government contracting space and you want to figure out exactly who your buyers are for your products or services. If so, this video is going to show you exactly step by step how to identify your buyers. That way you can win more government contracts. My name is Desmond Acha, founder of USA Contract Solutions, where we specialize in helping businesses win government contracts. So you want to find your buyers, to win some government contracts with, right? And I totally commend you because that's a great strategy. That's a great step, right? Now, before we jump into finding our buyers, right, let's first make sure that you have a great offer, okay? So I imagine by now you've done your market research already, well, you're about to do your market research, but you researched the industry you want to enter in, right? And found that I want to pursue this particular industry to win government contracts. My next logical step is to go find out who my buyers are, right? Now, if you haven't done that step already, if you haven't really decided what you want to sell to the government, right, and really make sure there's actually a market for that particular solution, I do have a video showing you exactly how to decide what to sell to the government. I'm going to link it in the description below or somewhere on the screen, so make sure you watch that particular video, right? And if you get any kind of value from this kind of training, please like the video and show your support, okay? So let's assume that, right? Well, first, right, the government is the biggest buyer, the biggest spender, and they buy everything, okay? And essentially you can make money three ways with the government. One, you can be a contractor selling your services directly to the government. Two, you can be a consultant helping other businesses sell their services to the government. Or three, be a reseller reselling products, to the government, right? We have another video explaining all that stuff right there, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of skip that part. But if you haven't really decided what you want to do, either being a contractor, consultant, or a reseller, like I said, I do have a video showing you exactly how to decipher what you want to do and deciding what you want to sell to the government. Okay, let's assume that you know what you want to sell to the government. That's awesome. You're going to find out exactly who your buyers are. That's great, right? The first step, honestly, is to start with USA Spending. Okay, so first go to USAspending.gov and ensure that the agency buys the products or services, right? You can actually now download those files and do some crazy stuff with them. I'm going to show you guys how to do later on. Okay, but the first step is go to USA Spending and see who your competition is that's winning the current contracts, and find 3 companies that are doing just that, and then you're not going to potentially duplicate what they're doing, right? Don't recreate the wheel. Go find competition that is currently winning contracts and then do exactly what they are doing, right? So let me jump on the screen, show you exactly how to do just that, right? So first, go to nix.com, right? You can actually search any kind of Nix code in here. I'm gonna do cleaning again, right? Let's do cleaning, right? So cleaning, we want to do janitorial services, right? Okay, awesome. Let's copy that Nix code, right? That janitorial services Nix code. Again, you can do any Nix code, okay? Just happen to pick cleaning, right? Go to USA Spending, reward search, right? Now, mind you, this is past data. This is showing people that have won contracts in the past, okay? So put that Nix code in there, right? Pick your industry, go down to location, pick your state, United States, the state of Texas, right? You're in the state of Texas, which is down there. Add that filter. So now we have, Texas and the Nix code for cleaning services, right? You can also put in the past 3 years so your data is more accurate and more recent, right? So for this Nix code, they've rewarded 994 contracts in Texas for this particular Nix code in the past 3 years. You can go to map and see that total those past 3 years they spent about $450 million, right? Now, this is what you do. You go to table, right? You have all the companies that won those different contracts, right? Now, some companies might be very big companies, like this one maybe might be a big company, for instance. So this company right here, they don't $240 million, right? If you scroll in the past 12 months, literally in the past 12 months, that's what they did in the past 12 months. You scroll down some more, you kind of see who they're doing business with, right? The agencies right there. By the way, these are your buyers, right? You can look at the Nix codes. They're using a janitorial Nix code and they're doing $39 million with this particular Nix code, right? And where they're doing this business at? They're going to these offices: Army, NIH, Federal Acquisition Services, Department of Air Force, right? Defense, right? DECA, this, all right? These are different agencies right there. These are your buyers, right? But obviously you can't compete with this company because they're doing $242 million in 12 months, right? If you actually press this right here and press all fiscal year, you're gonna see that, in their history of government contracting, They've done about $3.8 billion, right, since doing government contracting. Like, oh, that's a lot of freaking money, man. That's a lot of, see, I can't wait till my company's worth this much, right? But we're not there yet, right? So let's actually go find competitors that are a little bit, closer to us. So you're gonna go back, right? Back to the same table. You're gonna scroll down, go to amount rewarded. Let's do under $1 million because most of us are small businesses, right? So under $1 million contract is probably good enough, right? Then you press search. So under $1 million, there was 875 contracts that were rewarded, right? Companies still there, obviously, but let's find smaller companies that are, like closer to what we can do, right? In the $1 to $2 million range. This company did $17 million in the past, 12 months as well. You can now scroll down and see they started out, doing what? Less than $1 million. Now they're freaking killing it, right? So the best year was they did $22 million last year. That's pretty awesome. And so far, they've already done $4 million this year, right? Now they're doing janitorial services and facility support and landscaping services mainly in Texas, right? They've done about $9 million in Texas, and they're doing business at what offices, at what departments, right? In these different departments: Army, Navy, DLA, right? BPS, and US Coast Guard, right? So these are your buyers. So the goal is find 3 companies, right, that are probably closer in range to you. This could be a good company right here, right? Or now they're in the 8A program, obviously. They have, different certifications and stuff like that, right? But this company is actually based in California. So they're based in California and they're coming to your backyard and taking your dollars, right? That's a problem. Now, if you're watching this video and thinking that, hey, I'm gonna get an 8A and just start winning contracts like this, no, right? They probably got an 8A like around like year or so and then skyrocketed their company. They didn't get it right here, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they got it here, that's terrible, right? They probably got it around here and then did the most with it, right? So you want to get it later when you're already fully established, okay? So don't start saying, I'm gonna get my 8A and start winning contracts. That's not gonna happen, okay? Well, you're gonna win, but it's gonna be different kind of win, okay? I digress. More of the story is this, right? You just found a company that's out of state and stealing your contracts, right? So what if you actually found a company that was in your state that had an 8A, then you went to this same organization and said, listen, I don't appreciate you rewarding contracts to companies that are out of my state, out of Texas. We are here and capable. Keep the money in our state. That's a value proposition, right? So you must first understand what is your value proposition, and the fact that you are in your own state, pursuing contracts in your own state is a value proposition itself, right? So you just find out who the buyers are, right? You can even take it a step further, let me find a different company that is not set aside, right? That's an 8A certification. So you come down here, go to set aside, and let's just do total small business, right? Where's the T's at? Total small business right there, right? And let me just search that, right? So small business total, 130 contracts rewarded, right? You now start finding some of these companies, let's say like this one right there. So this company right there, okay, perfect. This could be a great competition for you, right? In the beginning phases, of course, right? And this company, look at that, they're also in the 8A program. But I guess they made a little bit of money, right? Let's go to all fiscal year. They've done about $7 million total and then got their 8A, right? So that's probably good. They're also doing business where US Coast Guard, Army, and Air Force. Are you seeing the pattern, right? Let's say you got 3 companies. They're all going to Coast Guard, Army, and Air Force. Where should you go? I'm gonna let you answer that. Matter of fact, answer that in the chat, right? Based on this example, if you were doing janitorial services, right, where would you go to do business with the government, right? Hopefully you said these 3 locations, right? You can actually take it a step further, right? Go to FPDS. Now I'm about to show you guys way too much juice over here, okay? So please like the video, okay? You search that same NICS code, right? Let's see if this works this time. Go to advanced search, add. Let's go to POP, state performance. Oh, missed it. POP state name, right? Let's do TEXAS, Texas. Let's search that. Okay, cool. Now we have this NICS code in Texas, right? Now it just shrunk as far, because before it was like 20,000 opportunities there. Now it's 17,000, right? Let me actually go back and let me erase this and show you, okay? So with the NICS code, right? This is, oh, too much. With just the NICS code search, right? It showed about 296,000 opportunities with this NICS code. But I narrowed it down by adding Texas, right? TXAS, right? By adding Texas, let's search that. Now it's only 17,000, right? You can also narrow it down some more to date signed for the past 3 years. That way you're looking at recent opportunities, right? A lot of new opportunities, date signed, from, let's just press there. Let's go 2019. first, and then let's do here, and let's just do today, right? So today, right there, you add that search. Now you see this about 2,000 opportunities, right, of data. You now press download CSV file. Right now this might get juicy, okay guys, so please like the video. So you want to download the CSV file, right? So once it's downloading, okay, it's downloading right now. You want to press open. Let's see, show in folder is right there. Let's now open this with Excel, right? So we just open this with Excel. There it is. Now this is the entire document, right? So essentially, so all these data points right here, right, 2,780 data points, right, is now all in this Excel spreadsheet right here, right? So you now want to come in here and create a pivot table, right? Pivot table, okay? Again, I'm showing you guys some sauce over here, okay? So please like the video. Pivot table, come down a little bit. You want to now say, you know, action obligation. You have entity that won the contract. Let's say legal business name, right? Let's put the business name, make this a little bit bigger. Let's put company name in the row. They're the company names. They're the various contracts that they won, right? You can now add state name, put this state name under the company name, right? And then you can now put contracting office name, right? You put that name on top of the business name, I suppose, right? So now, let me do one more thing. Let me also add the agency name on top of that. Okay, so office name. Okay, let's actually do agency name first. So now what we see is this, right? Based on all this data right here, we have the department name, the office name, and then the companies winning the contracts, right? So let's actually do this. Let's remove the company name, okay? Let's move the company name. We now see that, right, based on this data right here, okay, based on this data, okay, let's put some dollar signs on there. So this office, Agriculture Research Services, has these offices, right? This department has these offices. This department has this office. This department has this offices, right? Department of Healthcare, Department of Air Force has these different offices, right? So now, based on this data, let's use Air Force, right? So right here, these are all the offices that fall under Air Force that are buying this particular service. So obviously, this office right here is spending $48 million, right? This office is spending $48 million, and this office is spending only $1 million, right? Now, if you were to choose where to go, would you go where they're spending $1 million or $48 million, right? I will go where they're spending this much money, right? And you can actually, you know, add the legal business name and see what business is winning those contracts, right? Legal business name under the contracting office, right? And then the entity state name as well. Let's now scroll down and see that. Okay, so right here, right? So this office right there is one that spent, you know, the whole $48 million, right? You can see that all the companies that are winning these contracts, they're all in Texas except this one, right? So this company has won 4 opportunities totaling $2 million in your state. Okay, that's a problem. This company also, Louisiana. So these 2 companies also are taking contracts out of your pocket, right? Now, for the most part, these are all Texas companies. Oh, this Georgia right here, right? So people are coming out of state and taking your money, right? So what could you do? You just found out who your buyers are. Your buyers are these different agencies right there. Let me take the business name out, right? So your buyers are these agencies. You now want to essentially look up this office name right here, right? Literally just copy this name right here. They're spending $48 million, right? Go to Google and just search that. Boom. Look at that. You're going to find the office very shortly. So Department of Air Force. Let's copy this one also. Go back here and search those 2 together, right? Look at that. Boom. We just found them, right? Then you can now go to your website right here, learn more about what they do, find a small business page, right click there. Let's find career, small business, find events, processes, how to join, lifestyle based families, pay benefits, careers, okay, military, ongoing. Okay. So you're gonna have to do a little bit more research, you know, to really find out who the office is, but you got a great lead though, right? This is a great lead right there. Okay, so now you know that this is the office that you're looking for. You can actually come back in here, right? Copy this office name and see if you can find it in FPDS. Let's just delete all. Let's just do this and search that. Add that in there and search. Ah, look at that. We just found that office and we found those companies. You see that? Now we just found those exact offices in the Air Force. That's the office right there, right? Now you press view, right? Look at this, view. Look at that. You got a lead. You got an email right there, right? You know that this office buys your services, you know, based on this, right? They're spending $48 million on janitorial services, right? If you go, you just look it up in FPDS. We just found a lead right there. That's the office name. Office name is right there. Boom. Air Force, right? This contract was rewarded this date. How many bids were received? 1 bid received for custodial services. Okay, now I know this video went a little bit longer than expected. Moral of the story is this, okay? You need to do your market research and learn how to navigate the databases. Okay, guys, I'm going to do my best to provide you with the tools and resources that you need to succeed in the government market, but you have to do your part. Okay, so hopefully this video made sense. If it didn't make sense, click the link below, schedule a call, talk to my team, and we're going to help you with government contracts. You can join GovCon University, where we teach you everything from A through Z, and I do this in depth, right? A little bit slower, right? And more like, let's do it slower and show you exactly how everything works together, right? The moral of the story is this: if you are in the government contracting space and you're pursuing government contracts and you don't know who your buyers are, man, you're probably struggling right now, right? So first, go figure out who your buyers are. Use your NAICS codes, research on USAspending.gov, find 3 vendors that provide what you do, right? And then reverse engineer it and go where they are going, because if they're going there and winning contracts, well, you can also go there and win government contracts, right? So find 3 competitors that are using USA Spending, right? You can actually now go to FPDS, also do the same thing. Download the CSV file, play around with the data, and then use that data to decide, you know, where you want to focus your efforts at. Okay, again, this was a very quick video, right? But I have a video walking you exactly how to use FPDS and USA Spending to do exactly what I just did. If you got some value from this video, please do us a favor and like the video. You're one contract away, and I'll see you on the next one.